Yeah, it's so convenient how Isabelle always does the announcement just when we show up. It's really convenient. Got a thing from Gulliver. At last, I'm reunited with me crew. These sea dogs would surely be sunk without their beloved captain. I've sent ye some pirate booty as a reward. Promise you'll gaze at it often and spare a thought for me. The dread pirate Gulliver. I might. Stephen, I just have to tell you about this fab dream I had. In it, I became a world-famous fashion designer. I was so popular that celebrities fought over me. Think this dream foretold my future? Say yes! A girl can dream. I'm sure it did. Though I don't know if you'd really want that, but, you know. Your pirate treasure chest, well, that needs to go on the beach. I know I'm trying to keep the town kind of, like, seasonal in a way, but, like, this needs to go on the beach. That actually looks really good right there. And because it's snowing, we don't need to water anything, so that's convenient. It's like 15-ish minutes till the KK concert, 'cause it starts at 8. So, at least it used to. Probably still does. I'm banking on it still just starting at 8. Because, well, it's more convenient if it just starts at 8. Gives me time to do things. And not be late for the concert. But, I actually have a thing I kind of want to ramble a bit about, and it's more something that it's really cool. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has a solo mode, where you play against the computer, and you know... Oh, I think he's already performing. Well, it's fine. They can enjoy the concert. I'll get there. You play against the AI, and you do various little challenges, and it generally tells you the story of a set of cards. Whether it be the story of the whites, or... Oh, Cody's sick. I feel awful. I knew I should have stocked up on medicine. I'll go get you some. Unlike Ed, I will not forget to get you medicine. In fact, I'm going to go get you medicine right now, just so I can't forget. But, like, usually they're just telling you, like, the basic story. They've done, like, a full mini episode of anime for the Sky Striker storyline, and it's not even finished yet. Like, they're only, like, scratching the surface of the Sky Striker storyline, and I cannot wait to see more. I mean, it's basically mecha anime, the archetype. So, I mean, of course I'm gonna want to watch it. That's, like, really cool. I love that. I think the Able Sisters close at 8, don't they? I should go check the Able Sisters really quick. Angle to the rock. Angle to Dwayne. Okay, it's junk anyway. I'm so bad at diagonally angling. I should just stop, but it just feels right. But I feel like I'm kind of always bad at it. Okay. Do they have pants? Please tell me pants. I need... Well, I mean, I have pants. They're just not good pants. I need better pants. It does not look like they're gonna have better pants. It does look like they have festival clothing, though. I may want to buy some. I mean... Yeah, school uniform and necktie. Be very fancy. I don't really care for that, though. I much prefer what I have on. Oh man, nurses' dresses. I could dress up as a nurse. You wouldn't want that. Yeah, festival accessories. I'll buy that one. Still no pants. Those got bunny stuff. I could have a bunny nose. That's a... I'm sticking with it. That's gonna be my look. No great shoes either. One day. One day. You know what? This is my look for now. Do I, though? I don't think I look great. I think I look stupid. Steven, I was hoping you'd come by today. A new pattern fabric for you to try out your custom furniture. I really need to get some furniture I can start actually using this stuff on. I mean, she's going... Oh, she made them special for me. Hope you have some fun with them. I know what you're thinking. Why is Sable working here every Saturday? I actually get the most done on Saturdays. I like feeling productive when everyone else is resting. And Papa always told me, stitching overtime can save your spines. That is fair. I mean, I can't give you crap, Sable. I work Saturdays. Need them right here. Like... Okay, I do want to go talk with Gala. Gala first. Cody's medicine after. I gotta talk with Gala. She's right here. Good evening to you. Don't you love an evening walk, Snorty? I want to chat. Sometimes nighttime can feel lonely, so I'm glad I ran into you. Aww. I'm glad too, then. I mean, I quite enjoy the calm feeling of just a dull night where nothing much is going on. Like, I love that. But yeah, I also, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, decided to buy their anniversary thing for, Sky Striker. They're more expensive ones. Because I had the gems. And I have most of what I need now to build a Sky Striker deck, which is a deck I've been considering building for a while. Because it's not really the meta anymore. And I only really disliked it when it was the meta because, like... Okay, at the time Sky Strikers were meta, there was also other decks that were right there with them. We had just gotten out of Goki format, and nobody liked Goki format. The Gokis were murdered, and it's good that no one really plays them anymore. That is a good thing. A lot of what made the Gokis good was they could get around Master Rule 4's limitations. The moment they removed those limitations, Goki weren't as good anymore. Hello, Yuka. Well, if it isn't Steven, let's talk. There are things you want to do and things you have to do, but don't forget to do nothing now and then. I do nothing a lot of the time. Not as often as you would think, but a good amount of the time. Ugh. This is what happens when I'm recording close to bedtime. I've been going to sleep at 8 and getting up around 4 or 5-ish. Today I slept in a bit. So I'm only really now feeling like super tired. Which is good. Because that means I can still mostly record. And form coherent thoughts. Though saying that, there was something I had started talking about days ago, and what was it? 'Cause it was something I never finished my thought on. Right, it was like seeing posts of things that are like difficult for left-handed people. That was it. And one of the things no one ever brought up in any of those posts, like things you wouldn't think of that would be like difficult or frustrating. Using a knife. Any of you who are right-handed, you're probably not even... You're like, why? It's a blade. Yeah, it's a blade. That's edges ground, assuming you're right-handed. It is so hard to cut straight with a knife in your left hand. My head hurts. I got the chills like I just ran a marathon in the blizzard. What's happening to me? You're sick. Here, I got some medicine. Oof, you're a really good person. I try to be, man. I try to be. Ooh, practically back to my legendary ultra tough self. Thanks to you, I feel much better now. You're a true hero. Yeah, this is for you. It's an after-school jacket. Alright. I always liked the after-school jackets. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I mean, honestly, I feel like my face looks dumber now because I'm wearing it, but, you know. Another moth. I don't need more moth. I have moth. I do not need moth, for I have moth. Oh, there goes my shovel. Back to Nooks. Because I can just buy shovels now. I think up so no. But, yeah, like, it is definitely a lot harder using, like, a knife in your left hand. Even if you are right-handed, you might have tried using a knife in your left hand at some point and been like, man, I just can't cut straight. I guess I'm just that right-handed. No, knives just don't work very well in your left hand. And also, yeah, to go back to also what I was just talking about, of why I did not like Sky Striker when it was in the meta. There was multiple other decks that were in the meta alongside Sky Striker. The one I remember the most was Orcrist. Orcrist was kind of unfair. Salamangreat was also there. That was another of them. Salamangreat was probably the most fair of the lot of them. And then you would get Sky Striker that was just kind of annoying. Well, they hit Orcrist. Orcrist became unplayable. They basically banned the card that Orcrist needed to do their plays. They more or less died overnight. Salamangreat lost a lot of their best consistency tools, making them a lot easier to fight. Sky Striker was left almost untouched. They had one of their cards put down to 1, like restricted to 1, and you would think that would be enough to at least hurt the consistency of the deck. Except this card they put to 1 was Sky Striker Mobilizing Gauge. You only need 1 copy of Engage, because you can recycle it constantly, endlessly. Like, yeah. It's the lucky owner of a free bottle. Might come up with a DIY recipe that'll change... I might have just come up with a DIY recipe that'll change everything. Whoever you are, I hope you're in the mood to craft up a brainstorm. Take a chance and try it out. Your clever pal, Harry. Bamboo flooring. I don't see bamboo flooring changing everything, but it would change your flooring. Which is a lot, to be fair. Gosh, I wish it was as easy as Animal Crossing to change what your flooring looks like. That would be so nice. I think everyone's right there with me. That would be amazing. Just walk into a room, just be like, I'm tired of this flooring. I want a different one now. And just, it's different. That would be amazing. But yeah, as time has gone on, and even like past that, like as time went on, Sky Striker stayed in the meta for a very long time. Simply because it could still play. Like, there was really no way of hitting that deck in a way that would actually have prevented them from playing the game. Hey Ed. Top of the evening to you. It's latest. This is when I finally start to feel awake. The night is young. You're not gonna make me like you, Ed. It's not gonna happen. Sorry to say. But like these days, Sky Striker is definitely still a strong archetype. But it's not as strong as it used to be by any means, comparatively to the current meta decks, because that's just kind of how Yu-Gi-Oh! Works. Now, I do kind of dislike that that's the case, but that's just what happens when you have an Eternal format as your only format, really. You kind of have to keep making decks better, or the ban list has to grow to an absolutely astronomically large number of cards. because otherwise nobody would buy the new cards. I mean, like, you know, let's just, without even naming anything, let's imagine you buy a deck for Yu-Gi-Oh! And then, like, you know, it's the top meta deck when you buy it, and then they release a new set of cards that is equally as good. Why would you go out and buy a new deck? You have a deck. Presumably you liked it, you bought it. So, like, that's why they kind of have to keep making decks stronger. It's also why, with even games with set rotation, they'll still do that. Because, like, you still need to get people buying your new cards. And, like, let's use Pokemon as an example. They tend to have, like, a year or two, basically, where older cards are still playable. Teeny Snowman. He's perfect. I mean, he's not as teeny as the other one, so I can't say he's perfect. I also really don't need the large snowflake, but, you know. But, like, the Pokemon TCG, there's a few years, usually, that cards are legal, so within those few years, they kind of have to keep printing stronger cards, or else why would you buy the set? Which means they need to print cards that are stronger than the cards they had just printed, because otherwise, why would you buy the new cards? Like, it's one of the things that even Pokemon TCG Pocket's kind of running into, because most of their sets are, like, the cards so far have all been basically equal in power. There's a few gimmicky cards in the new Diamond and Pearl stuff that I would say is maybe meta-defining, but it's more just getting added to the same decks that you were already probably playing. It's not doing anything new, it's just giving you maybe a new tool to play in one of those decks. And just from looking through, there's a lot of collectors buying up, you know, in-game collectors, because it's a mobile game, you can trade now. But, you know, there's not as many people opening packs as there was with the older sets, because they already have their decks. Their decks are still viable. They don't have any reason to buy more. Which is a real problem when you need to make money to keep your game running. Oh, he found something that's not part of the collection. I'm gonna be honest. The more Blathers talks, the more I want to just make him Irish. But I have 2 things to give him today, so... And he's gonna be really happy because there's a bug in the mix. Is he splendid? Nah, I'm good. Hey, it's past 8 now. But, ooh, Gala's in having coffee, too. Okay. It's the perfect place to spend a relaxing evening with a book. Maybe I should read something a bit more mature for a change. A real hard-boiled novel. That is fair. Coffee. It's 200 bells a cup. Cool. How about it? Yes, please. Sure. It's really weird talking that low. But that's just my normal voice. But I'm recording, and I know I'm recording, so my brain is like, must talk this loud. They really don't need to for Brewster. It's best to drink it fresh before it cools. I'll do just that. Pretty nice coffee. Oh, yum! Found the blend I want to drink for the rest of my life. It's more you found the measurements of it that you want to drink, but, you know. Cool. Thank you very much. Starting tomorrow, you're welcome to come around and order the counter at the right. You can order coffee to go from there. Cool. Thanks, Brewster. I mean, I don't think I'll get coffee to go. I like sitting down and enjoying my coffee. But I don't mind the prospect of being able to buy coffee to go. It's pretty nice. But yeah, it's just kind of like a reality of card games is that you will basically, as time goes on, no matter the card game, it will experience power creep. Even something that you wouldn't think would experience power creep, like Hearthstone, because Hearthstone is entirely digital. They can just errata cards however they want to bring them in line power curve wise. Even they still deal with power creep. Which is just kind of funny to me, like... Especially because that was always kind of one of the selling points of Hearthstone in the early days, was like, it would be a card game that basically would never experience power creep because they could just balance the cards. There would never be a strongest deck because they could just balance the cards and, you know, weaken those strongest cards and make the best deck no longer the best deck. And then for the longest time, the mage was just the best because I forget the name of the card, but there was one that just dealt damage to all of your opponent's stuff and basically was just a board wipe. And everyone played that because it was just the best thing you could be doing. And then they started adding a bunch of generic stuff and, you know, everything just started getting out of hand. Ah, Steven, how are things, Hula? Let's talk. All the snow makes me want to whip up some winter-themed treats. Maybe I will, Hula. That was very fair. Hello, Pinky. Nice to see you, Steven. Looking perf as ever. Let's chat. Just walking around the island, you know? Getting my face out there, building my brand, being famous. Ooh, do I sit next to the famous? Or the famous Pinky? Or the baker of Caroline? I think I want to sit next to the baker. I like food. I know that face. You've caught my act before, am I right? You in the mood for a song tonight? Yeah, let's hear it. Cool, cool. Any requests? I can dial up an old favorite, or you can just tell me how you're feeling, and I'll groove on it. I'm in a mood. Let's hear it. What's the mood over in Stephenville? You know, I'm feeling good today. Cool, I'm dialed in. Have a seat, and let me jam. I will. I'll sit next to Caroline. Right on, you hep cats and kittens. Steven's in the mood for KK Country. Dig. I said good mood, not country mood. Now, I'm probably going to play it safe and probably talk over the KK concerts. Welcome Horizons was probably safe, which is why I didn't. And I hate that I have to do this. For anyone who didn't watch my New Leaf series, I was not talking over those as well. Because I really just want to listen to the KK concert. But YouTube copyright bots. More copyright trolls. Various foreign companies trying to claim ownership of various melodies from the KK concerts themselves, and not the KK song, just the concert itself. Because I get the feeling they know that creators are likely to just, you know, sit back and listen. Because that's the polite thing to do at a concert, I feel. Unless the band or singer wants you to make noise. Then you make noise, but I think. I've never been to a concert. I don't actually know concert etiquette, but yeah, I basically just want to be talking over at least most of this, just so, like, if I do get a copyright claim, I can literally be like, hey, you're trying to claim my voice, could you not? Which, in the past, it's been rather funny. That's actually how I used to get Nintendo off my case, because they would do copyright claims, and I'd be like, hey, you're literally just claiming a random segment of this video, and most of that segment is no game audio, just my voice. So, unless you want to start paying me some royalties for my voice, then maybe you want to back off. And they usually would. Um, I do like KK Country though. But yeah, just figured I would explain that for anybody, and I will always probably apologize for it, but it's just the reality of it, and I hate that it's the reality of it. Right on, man. Wanted to give your pockets a glance. Slipped you a boot of the show. I was like, unreal. Thanks for tuning your dial my direction. You're welcome, KK. You can just kind of chill there and listen to them as well. We're going to come over here and put KK Country in our radio. Yeah, we'll leave that playing out here for now. But, yeah, we need to... Well, I've already been to the Nooklands. I haven't been into the Town Hall yet. But yeah, I do really just... I hate that's a reality of YouTube. And, like, I've tried in the past fighting those claims, and it doesn't work. They just uphold their claim because they can. And that basically makes it so that they then have the power to turn their claim into a strike. And I don't want to deal with that. Which sucks. Like, I'm gonna ramble about the YouTube copyright system here for a minute. The instances where, you know, there's been the KK concert. I can see an argument from both sides that it is and is not fair use to use that in a Let's Play video. The argument that I could see for it being used in a Let's Play video is... And I'm just going to sit down while I ramble about this. You know, let's actually just go sit around KK. Why not? Guess it's Caroline again. But, like, the argument I can see for it being fair use is if the majority of the video is transformative commentary content, and the only reason the player, you know, the person recording is being quiet is just simply because that's what the game is asking them to do, basically, by giving you a concert to listen to, then to me that feels like it falls into fair use, especially in the way of, while it may not be fair, it may not be transformative audibly, if I'm still sitting here reacting, bobbing my head, you know, moving along to the music, I am still transforming the scene by doing what I'm doing. But they're only claiming the audio. They're not claiming the visuals. They don't care about the visuals because they've probably just used the audio from that KK concert in something just so they can try to claim ownership of it, and Nintendo just hasn't curb stomped them into the ground yet. But because of how YouTube's copyright system works, even if I'm in the right, it doesn't matter. Because the company or person or robot or whatever that is applying the claim can just deny my appeal. They don't have to, in good faith, actually prove that their claim stands after my my counterclaim. Which is frustrating. Because me as the YouTuber, I have to make in good faith arguments of why my content does not break the DMCA copyright laws. Which, to be fair, one of the easiest defenses I think I could probably use is just simply, I'm Canadian, those laws are American, while YouTube might be an American platform, those laws don't apply to me specifically, so at that point it's up to YouTube, really, to solve the problem, but I wouldn't want YouTube solving the problem because their solution would just be delete. I don't want that. But, like, I really wish YouTube would make it so that these companies had to, in good faith, prove their arguments instead of just going, no, we denied the claim. Like, I understand YouTube is not a judge. They don't want to be a judge. But if the company can't even make a counter argument to what is being said by the YouTuber, then the claim is probably frivolous. The company should be able to reply, explain why the company is upholding their decision to the YouTuber, so the YouTuber might understand a bit better their perspective. That would be helpful to everybody. As well as tell YouTube that, yes, this is an actual legitimate claim. And in the case where it's not a legitimate claim, then maybe YouTube removes that company's ability to issue copyright claims for a short while they look over other claims that they've put out. Because there's that right there would basically end copyright trolling. Because you wouldn't be able to make a good faith argument for, hey, I stole that, but I want the money from it because they're using the thing I stole and used in my own thing. Like, that's not a fair use argument. That's literally going, yeah, I literally just lifted the audio and then put it in the system as my own thing under a shell company. I want the money from that. And, like, the only other solution I can come to more falls to things like Nintendo, like companies like Nintendo, to just upload the raw audio of all of the KK concerts. That way, you know, they are the ones with the copyright claim. The problem then comes with Nintendo, at least, would probably then want to put all of that stuff into the copyright claim system so that they can claim anybody re-uploading it. Which would then flag on everybody who is playing Animal Crossing. And Nintendo, being Nintendo, would probably deny the claim. It's just how they roll. I understand that. Usually they're good about it as long as you can give them a decent argument as for why what you're doing is fair use. And Nintendo, to their credit, does take, hey, I'm doing a Let's Play. This is a KK concert, you know, because I did in the past get a copyright claim from Nintendo in Wild World, or was it City Folk? One of them. Because it was back before Nintendo fully backed off. Where I basically just defended it as saying, look, it's part of a Let's Play. I didn't want to talk over the concert because it's part of the game. You know, I'm not trying to be a replacement for the original. My commentary is on both sides of it, so you really can't just listen to it. It's not a replacement for the original. I feel this is transformative enough, and Nintendo's response was, alright, cool, we'll drop the claim. And it was done in, like, a couple days. Like, I've had copyright claims on some things, namely due to part of Star Ocean, because there's a lot of people who just steal the Star Ocean OST for some reason. Where not only will I get a copyright claim, I'll dispute it, being like, hey, literally, my voice is in this clip, like, this is clearly transformative, I'm talking over the audio, it's barely audible in the background. And then I'm just gonna say it, the scumbags that are doing this just leave the claim response sitting there for their 30-day window to reply to it. It's like, these rights holders are generally big companies. They can reply within 7 days, YouTube. If they can't reply within 7 days, the claim should just automatically drop because they clearly don't care. It was the automated system that flagged it. And usually when it comes to Star Ocean stuff as well, I noticed, it's manual claims as well. So like these scumbags are going around specifically manually claiming stuff. And then they'll just let it sit for like 30 days. And if I had monetization and like I was trying to build like a Star Ocean focused channel, which to be fair, I could probably do. I'm very Animal Crossing focused though, and I don't plan on changing that anytime soon because I enjoy Animal Crossing games. So, you know. I'm already thinking of what game I'm gonna play next year. Like, that's where I'm at with Animal Crossing. I love doing these series. Like, this has just become part of my daily routine. I don't think I could stop even if I wanted to. And I don't want to. But, like, if I was, like, monetized and doing a very Star Ocean-focused channel, having my videos not be able to make money for an entire month, and then having the possibility of that person at any point going, I uphold the claim, and then take the money. Like, it's stupid. I honestly feel like, and I know companies would fight this tooth and nail, the money from a copyright claim should not go to the company until at least a year has passed. If they get a month to reply to a counterclaim, then the YouTuber should get a year to actually get together a legal case to prove their fair use, to get their money that they are owed, because these companies are trying to screw them over. Because, well, even a year might be too, too short of time. The legal system is slow, and I can guarantee you a big music rights holder would probably try to drag it out for as long as possible, just to make sure whoever is trying to, like, counterclaim just runs out of money and has to stop. Now I'm actually gonna get back to doing things. I'm gonna do some fishing. I rambled enough. Like, I'm gonna keep rambling though. I rambled while just sitting still enough. I don't want to eat squid. Well, there goes my fishing rod. I guess I'm going to buy a new one. But, yeah, like, quite honestly, if there was a better alternative to YouTube, I would probably be uploading there too. I wouldn't leave YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I would still upload here. I would just also be uploading to a better alternative. Like, I could upload to Dailymotion. I don't think I'd have really any issues whatsoever uploading anything to Dailymotion. I could also upload things directly to the Internet Archive. That'd be pretty cool. Though the Internet Archive is constantly up in the air because they keep themselves running via donations. They don't monetize anything. And there's a lot of companies that are actively trying year on year to have the Internet Archive shut down over stupid things. The last I remember was a big, like, textbook company. Like, they make textbooks, and that's all they do. They make college textbooks, specifically. Trying to sue the Internet Archive because the Internet Archive was archiving their textbooks. And then allowing people to look at them for free. And you're not allowed to do that. Because they're not a library. It's like, well, no, they're not. They're an archive. They are archiving things so that they're not lost to history. And the Internet Archive's response when this initially happened, because this has happened so many times with books, it's always books, which is the dumbest thing. You would think books would want to be preserved, given history and all that. Library of Alexandria comes to mind. But that's book publishers. The authors, I'm sure, would love to have their work permanently archived somewhere. Like, I am positive authors would want that. Except, you know, the really greedy ones. But those ones don't matter. At least they shouldn't. But, like, the Internet Archive's initial response was, okay, ooh, new fish. Caught an ore fish. Hope I catch more fish. I do too. Those are worth a lot. I think those can only show up in the rain? Could be wrong. I know they're pretty rare. And also, fun fact about those fish in real life. They're seen as an omen of bad things. Because usually when you see them close to shore is sign there is a tsunami going to happen. Not because they caused the tsunami, but because they are driven away from where they usually live by an underwater earthquake, which is what causes a tsunami. The more you know. But yeah, Internet Archive basically went, alright, we'll set up a system where only so many people can look at these books at a time, and it'll effectively be like a library, just with digital copies of the books. And most publishers and authors were like, alright, cool. You're an online library now. That's okay. No one can permanently own it. You could still save it. But you couldn't just download it anymore. You had to rent it, which, you know, meant you were still downloading it, but it was a rented copy, and I don't know exactly how it all worked, but you could still make your own copy of it and keep it forever if you wanted to, but you couldn't just go onto the Internet Archive whenever you wanted and just look at things. Then this textbook company was like, no, that won't do. That won't do at all, because you're not a real library. You don't have all the required whatevers to be a proper library, so we're going to take you to court over this. And it's like, really, guys? The Internet Archive is such a cool resource. Even if you've never been, like, directly on the Internet Archive, you've probably been on one of the tools they make. Which is also something that has gotten them into hot water because some companies don't like this tool. It's called the Wayback Machine. You ever wanted to experience what a website looked like in, 2004? You can do that on the Wayback Machine because that's the point of the website. It captures screenshots in time, basically, or snapshots in time, of what various parts of the internet looked like at certain times. And it's a really cool resource. But, like, there's so many websites that are like, no, they shouldn't be allowed to do that because reasons. It's like, why literally anybody could at any point hit print screen on your website and save their own personal copy of your website. Because of how web browsers work, basically anybody can at any point, with the right know-how, basically copy the entire code of at least what is displayed on a web page and save it. Like, the Internet Archive is not doing anything that is outside of the realm of things regular people can do. But for some reason, some companies are just like, no, you're not allowed. We don't like that. And it's dumb. I love how I went from rambling about YouTube to rambling about this. All because I was making mention of things that, like, other places I could upload my stuff to, maybe. I mean, like, diversifying where I upload probably wouldn't be a bad thing. There's some platforms that, like, just the thought of uploading to them, I'm just like, no. Which I don't want to say hard, firm no's on these platforms, because you shouldn't, with anything in life, put all of your eggs into one basket. That is asking for trouble, which is why when I stream to YouTube and Twitch. I would stream to more platforms, but I'd have to pay money to restream for that to happen. And that would just be probably way too much effort for what it's worth. Especially where there really isn't any other good streaming platforms. There's basically YouTube, and there's Twitch. Facebook kind of, but I would feel really awkward streaming to Facebook because, like, anyone in the comments of Facebook could just go to anyone's profile. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's an ick. I don't like that. But like a video platform, and it's more just I don't like this format of video, would be like TikTok. I don't think I could do TikTok. I don't think I'll have to, because that platform is probably still very much on the chopping block for the US, regardless of what anyone might say. I just don't like the format of shorts. That's why I don't really do shorts on here, even though I have been thinking I might do, like, shorts whenever I'm opening my island, maybe? I don't know, it might get more attention. But also, like, if any of you guys that follow me don't have shorts or look at shorts, it wouldn't do any good. You wouldn't know. So I might just stick with the community post. Like, my biggest issue with the shorts format... Well, I'll just let it go. My biggest issue with the shorts format is just simply, it's videos designed to be brain rot. Like, they're designed to just be infinitely, you just put them on, zone out, you know, watch the Subway Surfer in the background. Like, I don't like that. I don't like it. Hey, Bladders, I got a new donation. It's a pretty rare one. It's only one, so you get to be Irish again. Ooh, woohoo! This is undoubtedly an oarfish. Now, might I interest you in a few fascinating facts about your oarfish? Yeah, please tell me. Wonderful, I'd love nothing more. The oarfish is a long eel-like fish that can supposedly reach up to 36 feet in length. They appear in various legends as things like messengers of the gods. It seems to me a creature like that could explain the myth of massive ship-crushing sea serpents. It is, of course, well documented that people tend to exaggerate the size of the one that got away. And there you have it. Fascinating stuff, no? Rest assured, all donations are displayed in a timely manner. You have my gratitude. Kinda went Canadian there. Might I help you with anything else? Nah, I'm fine. Jolly good. Please enjoy the rest of your visit. Thinking on it, Blathers could easily be Canadian. We do like to talk. A Canadian will talk your ear off, eh? We'll just talk and talk and talk, and like, we do that awkward thing where we'll go into a room to talk to somebody, and then like 2 hours later we'll still be talking to them, but we'll have made it like every about 15 minutes you make it about another like 10 centimeters closer to the door to leave. It's just how we do it up here. Okay. I really need to put stuff away in the storage. I should also, like, stop rambling so much today and end the video off, because, yeah. I gotta get this edited and uploaded and then go to bed. I mean, in theory, I could just upload it tomorrow. That's not a big deal, but I would prefer to get it, writing a cookbook. Recipes in your collection could stretch for miles, so allow me to present you with these miles. Delight the eyes and stomachs of your neighbors with all your delicious creations. Bam. Ever-improving test chef. I mean, I don't know if I'm ever improving, but I do like making weird combinations of stuff. And usually get let down by the quality of things I use, but, you know. What was I talking about? Jeez. Ah. Right, uploading tomorrow. Like, I could, in theory, do it tomorrow. But that's just extra work tomorrow that I don't need to do, so I'd rather just do it tonight. That makes more sense to me than, like, trying to do it tomorrow. There we go. Got plenty of space for turnips tomorrow. You know, let's go back and listen to some more KK. I haven't seen Diva today. Let's go poke by her house. See if she's home. We have not seen Diva today. Is she home or is she elsewhere? Oh, she's home. Let's pop in and see her. I hope she's not sick too. I mean, I can buy more than one medicine, so it works out. So like, it's not a big worry. But I still hope she's not sick. If she is, I might have to go beat up Cody. Now she's just DIYing. Diva-IYing. Got a groove going on. It's starting to rock, you know? What you doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Check it out. I'm making a street piano. DIY stuff takes some major elbow grease, so I like to go all in on it. It's worth the effort, though. Yeah, I'll give that a whirl. I can't imagine that would be easy, but... I mean, if you're gonna give me the instructions, then I can probably do it. I'll just probably get very annoyed. Because I always get annoyed with instructions. But I trust that Diva's instructions would be perfectly clear, and I would not get annoyed with them in the slightest, because she is an adorable bean. Which also, like, this is something that, like, I don't have recorded, but, I was talking with a friend when I had my town open. And, I need a piano set, a painting set, and an upright piano. I don't have either of those. Like, I was talking with a friend when I had my island open, and, I was basically just sitting down here in these chairs. And I was sitting specifically in this one. And Diva was just kind of wandering about, and then after a while she came over, like, plopped down right here, just stared at me for a second, then hopped up and ran down here and just plopped into the chair next to me. And it was so adorable. I love that. But yeah, let's sit this side. We need one more villager to make it a perfect, like, perfectly, symmetrical, but this is good. So with that, all this said and out of the way, I thank you all very much for watching, and I think I'll have KK play us out today instead of the normal end card music. So with all that out of the way, I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow as I make a bad financial decision buying many more turnips. See you all then! And now in this end card, I would like to ask, if you liked the video, hey, could you maybe hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? That'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.